Welcome to You Can Fix You. Mm-hmm. Today we're doing another meet the team behind the scenes type. And we have
Stranger danger!
us,
Who are you?
Run away!
I know, as if you've never met her before.
No.
We have Shannon.
No.
Shannon's fine.
Shannon.
Don't trouble
Shannon.
yourself with that.
Yeah. Yes, so pretend that you haven't heard her on the podcast before, you haven't met her in January Mobility Resets before, you haven't seen her in practically every single advert that we've done.
I don't exist.
This
She definitely wasn't the Easter Bunny.
Shannon.
No,
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday in our world, but a month ago in podcast land.
Yes. Oh, it's so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shannon, who are you?
Well, I think we've covered that. I'm Shannon.
You are Shannon. And what do you do for us? What is your role in the company?
A bit of everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
is the answer, yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Because when I was thinking about this, I was like making a list in my head. I'm like, it's just a bit long-winded, isn't it?
I know, we call Shannon executive admin because we didn't know how to just politely call do whatever we need you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fair.
you know, make a set for an advert look good, Shannon.
Yeah.
Answer customer emails, Shannon.
Yeah.
Organize stuff, Shannon.
Get us
Cake.
cake.
Cake, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we had a shoot yesterday and it's getting to the point now where I literally just turn up to shoots, whereas I used to be the one trying to organize props, costumes, cameras, scripts, people, everything.
Yeah.
Whereas yesterday it was like, oh, I'm going.
Here we are.
And here
Wait,
we
that's,
are.
that's tomorrow?
Yeah. So Shannon had gotten all of the props, all the costumes,
So many eggs.
so
All the
many
eggs.
chocolate eggs.
Yeah.
3 digits of eggs.
Yeah.
Of
Some might
varying
have
sizes.
been minute,
yeah.
but that's okay.
So
Amazon was not
very-
clear
It was
on
the
that.
moment whenever you opened it and you're like, oh,
The deflation.
is this, what are these eggs for ants?
I didn't even want to open it when Shelley handed me the little box. I was
Yeah.
like, what's the point?
Yeah, these are gonna be.
This is not what
Some sort
I
of
wanted.
Yeah.
Teamy eggs.
And then, of course, you are one of our newest, highest screen time actors in the company as well. Like, Tom has just discovered you and your acting talent. And every advert that we come up with,
Silent acting.
Shannon needs to come into
Oh,
it.
not so
Yeah.
silent.
No.
I mean, we've been trying to put some adverts into our weekly YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and every time Tom's like, "Got an idea for an advert, Shannon?"
So I don't really embarrass
That's
easy,
great, yeah.
and I'm kind of
That's handy
sweet.
for this company.
I don't. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Making it's fun. It's good times.
No, that's great.
I'll do it.
So yeah, bit
Most
of
photogenic.
everything. Most photogenic. Yeah, it's.
Didn't start in my head. I was like, I'm gonna bring that up.
course
It
we
was
were.
it was
I
a
know.
serious problem
Yeah.
when
Problem?
you were
Big
starting
problem,
big problem.
coming to the shits, because sometimes Tom would be practicing through the script, so he'd be reading through to make sure we get all the points in the video. That gives Jenni and me time to set up the cameras, the lights, angles, all that stuff. And often, you know, we're both trying to fiddle with something and we just needed somebody to be where Tom was going to be, so we put Shannon there and we're like, great,
This looks
great
amazing.
lighting,
Lighting,
bit
yeah.
of contrast there, depth,
beautiful.
colours are great. Okay, Tom, in you come.
Oh my, yeah.
You're great, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Start over.
Shannon was way
Very
too
quickly fired
photogenic.
from that.
Yeah, to be Tom's standard, unfortunately, for Tom. What did you do before then?
Yeah, I worked at an open farm. I was
An open farm. Aren't all farms not open, Shannon?
No. Well, you can't just go up to any like dairy farm and be like, "Hi, animals. I'm just gonna come in and see what's happening." And the farmers would shish you away. They would not enjoy that.
Yeah. Stop touching the animals.
Yeah. Get off the tractor. So I worked at an open farm, was animal manager. I worked there for like 8 years.
Wow.
So yes, worked with a variety of animals, which was thrilled about.
Yes.
Worked outside, all
But
weather.
there was another half to that job that you were less thrilled about. The public.
I don't know what you mean. Like I was
Humans are
very
an
good. We were
animal,
talking
right?
about masks earlier. I was
Oh,
very good at putting on that.
Oh, your
yeah.
public face.
My public face. And to be fair, a lot of the time They were great. And the kids love the animals, and you get to tell them like interesting facts and stuff, and they're like, no way. And you're like, I know. Fantastic. Loved it. But as everybody who has worked with the public knows that...
And kids.
And kids.
Yeah, public kids.
Public kids and animals all combined.
What is it they say, never work with animals and kids?
How many times I heard that whilst I worked there? Oh, why do they say this? And I'm like, I know. Yes, you are correct.
I do it every day.
But yes, anybody who's worked in any kind of public...
Don't squeeze the dog too much. Oh, no.
Don't kick the fence. Yeah. But, no, it was great.
Yeah.
Very varied. We had different events and stuff going on, so... would have to dress up and dance on stage and inflatable suits and all that sort of stuff, whilst then caring for animals and doing duty manager duties and organising staff and stuff. It was a lot. Very long hours, and you're out in all kinds of weather. But if you're kitted well up, it's not so bad. But, you know, absolutely adore the animal side of it, getting to learn kind of, obviously in no way am I a vet or have any veterinary training, but working like alongside with the vets that are up and asking questions and learning and like the treating the animals and getting them from like a really like sickly state into better, and then vets would come back up and they're like, is that sheep from like,
yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, to the very extreme of that, didn't you literally save a little pig's life?
Yes. My Penny.
You're a penny.
She is not little anymore.
No,
Yours is
but
not.
she was the runt of the litter,
She
wasn't
was the runt. Oh, she was like this
So
size.
tiny.
She was so tiny. And yeah, she was about 4 days old. She just, the back end stopped working.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the rest of them were off feeding with mum. Great. And there's a wee nook for them with a heat lamp where they can go into as well. But she was still just lying in there. And I was like, you need to feed.
Yeah.
But she couldn't get up, and then I lifted her, and her belly button, her navel was like really swollen and badly infected. But she was so feisty.
Yeah.
So then I just took her home.
Yeah.
Just rocked home with her wrapped in a little blanket and walked into the room, and Luke was like, what's that? I was like, pig. He was like, why? And then I told him the story. He was like, that's so sad. And I was like, I know, right?
Yeah.
And then she stayed with us in the house for 6 weeks. Although after like a day or two, he's like, so how long she's staying?
Yeah, how long did it take Luke to kind
I was
of
like,
come
until
around?
she's weaned. And he's like, oh, well, when's that? I was like, 6 to 8 weeks. He's like, what? I thought it was like a day or two. And I was like, well, no, because if we put her back in with mum, the chances are mum will reject her and might kill her. And I can't have that.
Yeah.
So
No, not at this
Pigs
point.
are vicious. Like, they're
Yeah.
really...
oh yeah, like
Yeah.
even to this day, like I know Penny like the back of my hand, but people are like, are you ever scared? I'm like, not scared, but I know her well enough now that I know the days where I go in and she is a bit not today. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's fine. I'm not going to mess with you because she
we all have
is
days like that.
she is a big girl, and their jaws are so strong, and they get real sharp teeth. So yeah, and it's just it's the fact that if she swings for you, it's thigh, leg height. There's port arteries and stuff there.
yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, it's no good.
But she's generally great, and I love her to bits. And
And so does Luke.
now that she doesn't live in the house, she took to this habit of reversing against the wall in the hall, pooping on the wall, and running away.
Oh,
Yes.
The poop would just stick there, and he's like, she's done it again. Like, love you.
And how did she get on with the other animals in your house?
And the other animals, yes, so we have 2 rabbits as well. We have Happy and Cleo. Yeah. Happy was actually from the farm. And Cleo I found in the street on the way to work one morning. So yes, we've both of them, but Cleo didn't like her.
No.
Mainly because in Cleo's pen in the kitchen. At this stage, Cleo and Happy also did not get on.
No,
so we were in the midst of trying to bond
I
them.
remember. Through the Berlin Wall. It
Yes,
was like-
basically. I don't like you.
Yeah.
So Cleo lived in the kitchen in a pen, and Penny would like trot in, go, and run away. So it's literally like she ran into the kitchen just to laugh at her and then run away again. But Happy didn't mind her. She actually would chase Happy around the coffee table in the living room. So they got on quite well. So that was good. And then at the farm, I also had my horse, Bo.
Yes. Yeah.
He really liked Penny.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, that's so sweet.
If I was taking her out for a walk and he was in the field, he'd come over to the fence and be like, oh, I know her.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
cool.
She was like walking by his pen, he'd lean over and start like scratching her back and stuff. So
That's fun.
yeah.
Aw, that's so
they
sweet.
all got on in their own way.
And that's funny because Bo does not tend to. He's not the most like easygoing of horses.
It's
is
just
he?
interesting, yeah. Some days he's like, yes, you can touch my feet. Other days he's like, I didn't say you could stroke me. What is this? But then, like yesterday, I was walking him around, and two girls at the yard that I keep him at, it's also a riding school. Two quite lively girls. Like, oh, can I stroke him? And I was like, you can
maybe.
try. He literally stood there as they were like just rubbing on his face. He's like, yeah, this is great. I'm like, you wouldn't let me touch your face. Yes, he's quite the character. So he is. He's the king of side eye, and he gives everybody a good laugh at the yard, which is lovely. It's whenever like he just makes people smile and laugh because he is just odd. He looks. If anybody has ever watched the show BoJack Horseman,
Oh yeah.
That's literally
yeah.
like
That's the
his face
Yeah.
markings and everything are exactly the
So
same.
good.
He's called Bo. It's very strange, but he's not like that.
No.
He's lovely.
Many horses are not like that.
So yeah, I've had him for 14 years, and he is turned 24 last month, which was February.
It's crazy.
So yeah,
Brilliant.
he's doing well. He's
like a little
my child.
big horse.
Yeah, it's the longest relationship I've ever had.
Aw.
Well, yeah, because we were talking about Luke there. That is, in fact, the same Luke that does our website.
Yes, he's our web developer.
Which is kind of how all this
Yeah.
happened.
All came together.
Yeah.
Because I told Luke that we needed someone, and that I was struggling to write a job proposal because I was like, Luke, we just need someone who can do
Stuff.
Yeah.
anything I need.
Which is kind of like everyone that's joined
yeah.
has had to fit that category of like, there's a range of skills needed here, and the background that you come from is kind of perfect in that. My assumption, because it's the only jobs that I've ever had, is that all jobs require, adaptability, just figure it out.
Yeah.
You need something built, you got to build it. If you need to learn how to do something, you just learn it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is actually the case or not, or if it just happens
I
that
think
those are
it
the
is
jobs
the
that I've
case
been
with
in.
smaller companies. Like as they get bigger, everyone's roles get a bit more specialised.
There's less of the just figure it out.
Yeah.
Like,
Shannon, we need a sign. Okay.
Okay.
Out of wood or
But even on the farm, like I wanted to learn to drive the telehandler, and it was just like, just get in it and go. I was like, by myself, yeah.
No way.
Drive a telehandler,
Yeah, that's my kind of, I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. But then you get companies that have like 100 people. Everyone has their job.
Yeah.
And they know what their job is, and that generally has quite strict parameters because there's other people who do the other job.
You don't fear. You stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You largely live in one piece of software, and then the other piece of software is communication with the rest of the team.
Yeah. Whereas we are a small team, so yes, you are an everything person. So Luke was like, "What about Shannon?" And I was like, "Doesn't Shannon work on a farm?"
It's very different.
Would she like to work on a computer all day? And he was like, "Probably." And we got you in, and you actually
it all just worked out at a really good time.
And it was perfect. And not only did you help us in our company, I feel like we have influenced you somewhat
big time
in your physical sporty training
We are a health and fitness company, right?
Yeah.
No.
The healthiest and fittest of.
So I don't know. Everyone who knows Shannon probably has heard at some point that you also have hypermobility, joint hypermobility.
I do.
We're both wobbly.
Jenny's like, one of us,
unstable.
She is one of us.
People. And so, since working with us, have you found that your views on hypermobility has changed, or what?
Oh, massively. Even just understanding it a little better. And for me, it's sort of the mindset shift of this isn't just how you are. Like, I've had 4 ankle surgeries, 3 on my left and 1 on my right, due to hypermobility. But like, it was the same consultant surgeons and stuff that dealt with all 4 of them, which is handy in that sort of, keep it all the same. But basically being told by them was, this is just how you are. It might get better with the age as you stiffen, and like that was kind of it. It was, this is it. You're just going to be in pain and deal with it. And it was so limiting on, like my consultant, when I told him I had a horse, he was just like, horse riding is one of the last things that you should be doing. And I was like, well, that's just tough. Like I'm not gonna, this is my passion. Like the art is my safe space. Horses are animals in general, but like, no, I'm not just going to give it up because...
Look at his face.
Yeah, I know. He's like, do you want me to show you like 12 pictures? But yeah, he then said basically no contact sports, really low impact sports basically. And if I wanted to run, it has to be on the gym and at a treadmill. And I understand that, fair enough, that was quite some years ago. It maybe wasn't as big a...
Not as well known.
Yeah.
Not as well studied.
No. So they're sort of going off what they had as well. But it has sort of taught me that, no, you're not just how you are. You maybe need to think about things a little bit differently in your end ranges and stuff. And even certain movements or certain gym equipment, it's like, no, don't lock your knees out.
Yeah.
That could be very dangerous.
Oh, yes.
It's very scary. And it's more about building like the stability and strength in those end ranges rather than just avoiding them completely.
Yeah.
Because that is just how my body moves. But for me at the minute, it's actually trying to do the whole, I know we sort of will say, you know, you shouldn't, there is no normal level of pain.
The normal level
Is
pain
none.
is 0. However,
Sure.
yeah.
However,
Yes.
and I don't know if it is a generalized hypermobility thing or what, but like I am in some sort of
constant
pain
pain. Yeah.
daily.
Yeah.
Whether it's my hip or my lower back or my
Yeah.
ankle or my knees randomly got sore that day, or, you know, so it's trying to sort of battle that and realize that movement isn't the enemy.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
Yeah, it's not, I'm in pain, oh, I'll just like wrap myself in a blanket here, burrito for the day.
Which is what I had learnt to do.
Yes.
You know, it was you know, oh, don't do this sport, don't do that. Oh, you need to rest, you need to take it easy. So anything that flared up, and especially with like my ankles, it was oh no, don't use it.
Yeah.
Be very minimal, or, you know, you'd just be hobbling around. Whereas I was even saying to Jenni earlier, I was like, my ankle's a bit stiff and sore from yesterday. And previously I'd have just
How many steps did you get?
like 25,000 steps.
And dressed as a bunny.
Steps.
Yeah,
There
including
was
hopping,
some squat
running,
drops in there.
dancing.
Tom did the same, he's probably fine.
Yeah, because he's got stiff ankles. Stupid stiff
Yeah.
people with their stiff joints. But yes, so
But yeah, it's learning the different kinds of pain.
yeah.
Good pain, bad pain. Like, it is a bit nippy and stuff, so it was don't do too much, but I could tell that it was just tight. It had taken a lot of concussion yesterday in my yard boots, which are not for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They kept my feet dry, but that was about it. So yeah, it was just learning to just gently move it, just small rotations, pointing up and down, that sort of thing. And then this morning it's not as bad, it's slightly... So it's learning to work with it, whereas before it was just don't do anything until the pain's gone. But then by that stage, everything is just stiffened up, and
Yeah.
you've gone back a few steps. So yeah,
Which then makes it easier to get hurt again, and then it goes further back, and then
there's
you
more
just-
compensation goes on because everything else is trying to protect that one area.
They're both spiral. There was a quote I heard recently, and I can't remember what it was, but the general idea was you're always either getting better or getting worse.
Yeah.
You're never just staying still.
Yeah.
So everything you do is either forwards or backwards. And so yeah, same kind of idea. You figured out now that actually a bit of movement's good, but it's just finding the right amount of movement to keep you going forward, rather than too far backwards.
Yeah.
Which is really, it's a really difficult thing to learn because you're not taught it.
Scary.
It is scary, and like as we say, the normal amount of pain should be 0. How often is that actually the case? And what pain is the pain that you can move through? What pain is the pain that you should rest? That's something you've got to try and learn and experiment with your own body. So, and it's not easy.
It's not, but it helps. I think for me, because I have you guys, it helps. I am the type like, but I'm in pain every day. It's fine. We'll just keep going.
We'll push through
As
it.
you know, and you're
A
like,
couple of paracetamol, great.
yeah. Like with the deadlifts the other week, you were like, how far down can you get without making that face? I was like,
What face?
This is just my
Shannon.
face.
So recently, less recently than your ankle, but you did actually get a hamstring injury, and this was a very common injury that hypermobile people will get. You were in a pole class, which actually we'll talk about your pole dancing at some point.
Stripper sessions.
They are not. Much to the Luke's disappointment.
Yeah, no. It's like, oh, stripper class. Like, don't go to that.
So you're stretching, and pole dancing is a lot of flexibility in that sport. Splits is like, you need to be able to do the splits, you need to be able to do the splits in the air. All, like everything that you see requires a lot of stretching work. So the coach pushes you in flexibility, similar to gymnastics. There's a lot of extreme stretching. But when you're hypermobile, your hips can often go further than your actual muscles can. And the coach was like, wow, Shannon is flexible. You know what I can do? Push her further.
Yeah. And then I was so thrilled at how far it was going. I was like, yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was
It's supposed to hurt, right?
Yeah. No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
So what happened with that?
But yeah. So we were doing certain stretching. Was lying on my side, stretch the leg up, and you're then pushing back against them. Stretch a little further, push back against them. And I think it was more of we were both like, oh my God, look how far I'm getting my leg, and almost went for like one more, which we just shouldn't have. And to be fair, it was only near the very end of it that I was like, oh no. And it's learning then even for me to go, no.
Yeah.
Where I was like, well, we're here now.
We may as well just
So
commit.
how did that work for you?
Yeah.
So I've overstretched a few times and I get like heat in the middle of the muscle that just then goes to either end. What does it feel like for you, or was it more joint, or?
It was like right up at the top of my hamstring, like right up in the
cheek.
butt bit. And it was, to be fair, it was that last sort of almost second of it. I was like, oh, that almost not quite a ping, but it was
There's a warning shot.
And then as the leg came down, I was like, oh, there's the pain. And I was like, it'll be fine. So I just sort of lay there for a wee second, like, it's fine, everything's fine.
This is fine.
And then got up and still had the entire pole class to do. It's like,
goodness.
I have a whole class to do. And it was one of those ones where, you see, even just having that leg down on the ground, so I sort of had my hip cocked up. And you would, pole class, real benefit to like help you learn what you're doing in moves is to film yourself.
Yep.
And I was like looking back on videos from that class, and most of them are actually me standing there kind of holding my leg up with my hand kind of holding my butt cheek up in like, this hurts. And by the time I got home,
That's a home time job, that.
even just by the sitting in the car, by the time I got home, and then I just SOS Jenny, I was like, this is a bad kind of pain. So it was a lot. Heat. He was my best friend. It made it feel so much better. And then you'd say just about gentle hip movements, not necessarily focused on your hamstring, but just keep the area moving. So doing that for a few days it really did help.
Essential.
Because
that different to your ankle was almost like a repetitive injury, not even injury, or just a repetitive reaction, a tightening, a protection, we were not happy about this.
Yes.
And please do not do it again.
Stop it.
Whereas the hamstring was a traumatic, like,
so we've been injured.
Something wrong has occurred here. And so doing the same thing, your ankle, you went fairly quickly into, okay, let's get a bit of gentle movement here. Whereas the hamstring had to be heat and rest initially. It had to be, otherwise you would have ended up pushing it more into...
Because you've had both of those as well, haven't you?
So it's just, again, it's getting that experience of what's the good pain, what's the bad pain.
Learning your own body.
Finding out how then even to progress into healing, because what we were then interested in is, well, how do then we make it better? Because it had been like a week or two and we decided, let's try stretching it. And that did not go well.
It's just that.
Why did you think stretching it rather than doing something different? Like, what was the...
So it was almost circumstance in many ways. We go through cycles of training, and it just happened to be stretching day, flexibility day.
Cool.
And Shannon had an incredibly limited range of motion, so it was like, let's try and free this up a little. You couldn't really bend down at all, because as soon as the hamstring started to stretch,
it was like,
get out of here.
Immediately.
it's gnarly.
So we did a bit more hip stretching, a little bit of like front, like anterior front of your leg, and then we tried a bit of back leg, and it just was like not happening. Did some straddle work, inner leg. So, but instead, what worked, and this is what I found as well, because I had a similar hamstring injury a year or two earlier, was actually strength work. So that was why we were doing the deadlifts, to bring this full circle.
Oh yes,
nice.
Yes.
So Shannon still couldn't touch her toes, which is something she'd normally be able to do. So to even go into deadlift range of motion was too far.
Face was
It's more like RDL. Oh,
So
right.
as soon as...
we're still on this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember the face? Yeah, we'll get to it.
Can we get Tom back in here?
So whatever Shannon got like below her knees, her face would turn into this grimace of like... And I was like...
Involuntary facial.
Yeah.
Like doing shrugs.
And I was like, exactly, the lip starts to go. And I was like, you okay, Shannon? Like, yeah,
Just a normal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Standard daily pain.
And I was like, how far could you go without making that face? What face?
What did you mean?
It's just my face.
Just then I was like trying to do it like
Trying
she
to,
was like that face.
Eyes
That one
watering.
right there.
trying to hold her face as neutral
Little
as
twitch.
possible. Yeah. So we did elevated deadlift. Put like I think it was 3 plates we had underneath the barbell, so it wasn't the full range of motion.
No.
But we still got in that almost pain-free range of motion.
Yeah.
The engagement of the hamstrings through some flexion, some extension. And the next day felt a
Next
little
day,
better.
yeah, I was waiting for like, oh, this is going to be hateful
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it
much
was a
better.
trial that we were just
Yeah,
trialing
sure.
it to see.
Yeah.
I know it felt
Just thrives off it.
just felt a bit better the next day. I was like, good. Stretching still, it's still not
No.
happy with the stretching
No.
stuff.
I
which
popped
is
my hamstring
frustrating.
in Australia the first time.
Yeah.
I was doing cartwheels or kick up the handstand. It took about 2 years.
Yeah, mine was over a year.
It's
to heal.
crazy how
Yeah.
long it takes. And it's just like, I got most of the, like 80% of the function back in 6 months to 10 months.
But it's
But
just
then
that
you're
last
just
little
like,
bit.
Didn't I
hyper
go?
aware of it, and then the extreme movements or the deep
Mhm.
positions.
And I feel when you injure something, you just realize how much you actually use it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the different
totally.
things that you use
Yeah.
it for.
Yeah.
And it's that I think that's the bit that I'm struggling with it is it's just hindering me so much in stuff
course.
that I can normally do no problem.
Yeah.
Like so many like in pulse my pull movements I'm having to do. I'm just on my other side. I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't do it on
And
that
shouldn't.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's because again, it's not a pain that it's like once I work it a bit more, the pain will dull down. No, it's a warning pain. It's a we're not
Yeah.
ready for this yet.
You did
So-
some foam roller exercises where you had like one foot on the foam roller. You almost did like a
Oh, that was for back pain. Yeah,
Is
there
that
was a
good? But that's
really,
really good for
really
hamstrings
nice
too.
hamstring
It's like a-
engagement. Yeah, I'll have to show you that one.
But
So-
I'm
so-
not sure if you're at that stage yet or not, but it's
Possibly not because it's really hard.
reactive.
But yeah, my injury was more in my hip and back. So it was getting my glutes and hamstrings active to support that. Whereas yours is your hamstring. But yeah, like the step down from that would be hamstring slider regressions.
Okay.
That's almost like a step
Yes.
up. You're almost doing hamstring sliders, but on a roller, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
And you can do some straight leg ones as well on
Yeah.
bands, which are super fun.
Yeah.
And those are maybe a bit better because you're not in like the flexed position; it's the
Yeah.
extended position.
Yeah.
So yeah, continuing to build strength. But yeah, mine
of fun
took
stuff
like
there.
a year and a half. And one of the things that, especially when you're used to being the flexible one,
Oh
you're
yeah.
hypermobile, and you're thinking to yourself like, I can't even touch my toes, or
Yeah.
I can't even, do something it'd normally be so easy.
Yes.
And that mental side of it, of like, will I ever be able to get
That's
this back?
the thing is struggling is, but it's almost like a mind block that's really starting to frustrate me because it is stuff that I can generally do no problem.
Yeah.
And just the simplest things, sitting in a straddle and just trying to
Yeah.
lean over a certain way, I'm like, no.
And any injury recovery, you sort of get into this what's the point sort of mentality. Like you feel like
A bit defeated.
sometimes, yeah, you're doing the right stuff, you're doing the rehab, and sometimes, some weeks,
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem to be getting better.
Yeah.
Like, is this just me now, forever?
Yeah.
It is the worry. But you know it's not, and then
No.
you do know you do certain things, and you're like, oh no, it's feeling a bit better. And I think on days where it does feel good, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, don't push yourself with it, but
Yeah.
it's good. Keep doing what you've been doing. It is obviously helping. You're going to have bad days, but yeah, I think that's the main thing I'm struggling with is but I can do this.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
should
no,
be able
no,
to
you
do
can't.
this. Yeah,
It's so funny because as a coach, as soon as you said about that, ideas are sparking. I was like, oh, we could do this. This would be really
Yeah.
fun. We could do this
Yeah.
exercise. Try that.
yeah,
And it's almost exciting because you're like, let's just shake things up. Let's just try different things. Because yeah, if you're constantly in that space of I can normally do this, it's just all negative. It's like, oh, it's less range, it's less weight, I feel less strong. Where you're like, oh, this is new, this is novel, this is fun, we can get better at this.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then here's 3 other pathways that you can get excited about while you're getting stronger. And then when you revisit the other stuff, you're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so important, I think, to not go through it alone.
Yeah.
Because that's really easy from our point of view to go, oh yeah, and we could do this, and we could do this.
Yep.
Whereas when it's you're like, well, I could, yes, I guess, but I want to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it's like when I remember I was doing CrossFit a lot more often. I'd hurt my knee one time. Squats are not my favourite. They never have been. I'm not really built for them. But as soon as I hurt my knee, guess what I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Squats.
Of course.
And it was like, why, Jenny? You could happily go a week
because
without
I
squatting.
can't.
Yeah,
That's why.
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
should be able to
I
squat.
know I can, but I currently can't, so I want to do them.
Exactly. So yeah, it's trying to like having a support network of people who know ways around injuries, who are happy to adapt their own training maybe with you to body up, and it just really helps you get through that.
I know it's been great, because I think if I was by myself and doing like deadlifts, I'd have just keep going. It's
Yeah.
fine. You know, just make that face. If the face helps, just make the face.
Make the face. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why maybe strength training for recovery gets a bad rap, because like if you didn't know you could elevate the bar and you'd still get benefit from that,
Yep.
you might have been like, well, they said hamstring strength with a hamstring injury is good, and push through the full deadlift. And it's like
That's too much too soon.
yeah, exactly.
Yes, there's just no one to. Yeah. Even though we did do.
Regressions are your friend.
They are your friend, and it can just be a mental side of it that you're still doing it. You're still getting benefits of it.
You lifted the heaviest you ever had with a deadlift.
I know, but then there's that little tiny little Shannon in there being like, yeah, but you didn't do it fully.
Oh, for goodness sake.
See?
Get
But
away.
I know that's a.
You still lifted 90 kilos. Like that's an
Brains
achievement.
are so stupid.
Yeah.
But I know that's
Yes,
just a me
of
thing, and I
course.
know. But then there's probably like, no, but at least you did do it,
Yeah.
and you did it without making it worse.
Totally.
You actually
Yeah.
helped it.
Yeah,
And the funny thing, it's not just a you thing.
it's a very.
It's-
Oh, it's a very
It's
common
so
thing. Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
If not everyone being guilty of it to some extent, a large majority of people are.
Sure.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Which is so.
Magic's not.
It's the same as it's the same as when you go on a diet. It's like all of a sudden you've decided, okay, I'm not going to have any of this type of food with sugar, for example, and all of a sudden you're like, you know, it'd be really nice, some marshmallow fluff on some digestive biscuits. You're like, I never would have thought of that before, but now it sounds
but you
delicious.
can't have it. I want it.
And you're just like, what are you doing? Just stop being
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Just need to take a
Crazy.
second and tell that little bit of your brain to be like, be quiet. You know nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that we're so quick to say, yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. It's
All
like
negative bias.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, but it was
Yeah.
this. Yeah, just because. Like this is not your last training session. That's what Magic always tells me.
Yeah.
Because he's very, very good at that sort of mental side of training. He's like, it's not your last training session. If you hurt yourself on this one session, you might miss the next 5.
Yeah.
Whereas if you
Very valid
go
point.
light on this one,
Yeah.
that means you can do the next
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
10.
I find you almost need to program yourself to take away. You need to find your positive to take away from it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, yes, during it, I was frustrated that I was like, but I feel like I'm not doing it fully. But then as we went away, I'm like, I did my heaviest. And then the next morning, I was like, my hamstring actually felt better.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So that's a win.
Exactly. That's a massive win.
It's funny though how memories, so they navigate towards negative things sometimes. I remember that hamstring injury from Australia probably better than most things I remember from Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And same with, I popped my pec one time and that, whoa. But thinking about memories then, you've been with the company how many years, months?
Just over
days?
2.
2 years. So without going straight to like the negative memories, do you have any standout moments or like things that you're like, heck yeah, I was involved in that? Or
It's all of it. Like, we always like, but we're always like, oh, we don't have that much going on this month. And we always manage to pack in every month, and there's always some sort of big thing each month.
Every month.
And everyone's involved in it. And it's
Yep.
like, it's just nice to be like, I help with that. Whether it's
Yeah.
behind the scenes or not. Like, when I first started in December of 23. Finished my last day at the farm on the Friday. Started with you guys on the Monday.
No breathing space.
No, Teddy was like you could even start in the new year. I was
It's like
like,
somebody-
nope, that's
yeah.
too much time to think about things. I just
it's like
Let's just
relationship
go.
hopping just straight from one to the next.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
Are we your rebound job?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yes.
And obviously, yes. No. I came in the December, so you still had your Christmas and the New Year's ad to
Yeah.
film.
Wow.
I remember that.
Yep.
Which ones were they?
I'm sure.
Well, the ones we were all dressed up as Santa, dancing
Oh
about.
yes, at Chinese house. Cool.
And then the New
oh,
Year's ad.
yes.
Yeah.
I remember
We
that.
And I
Pushed the
think
tree
that's
over and-
push the tree over.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
putting the bubbles on, and he's like,
straight under
"Nyah."
Shelley.
That was a nice blooper at the end of that one.
Yeah. So just being involved in that. Obviously, I was
it's
sort of
fine.
like, I don't really know what's going on. I'm just kind of here. Yep, I'll dance about as Santa. Whatever
That
you
was
want.
the first
That's great.
instance of most photogenic.
Yeah, it was, wasn't
And
it?
it was also when Jenny broke her lens.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
well, you know,
unfortunately.
probably happened several times since. But
But you also came up with an idea on that.
Yeah.
Which is
a part of
really
me was
nice.
just like, I was so scared to say about it, but in my head, I'm like, but it'd be so great. But yeah, I was part of it was me eating a mince pie or holding the tray, or what I can't remember what I was eating or holding.
the original. Yeah, I can't remember
Yeah,
either.
and Tom, whatever he walks past and says to me, flicks it out of my hand, and it was the flicking it out of my hand bit. I was like, oh, what if you came by and you did that? And I was like, heart scared to say about it, because I was like, I don't know about this, and like these guys they know what they're doing. Very, very new here.
I appreciate the trust you put in us there,
thank
Shannon.
you.
It's good stuff.
And yeah, and it said to you guys about it. Tom's like, yeah, it's a great idea. I did it, and it worked so well. It was just like a,
Yeah, I did that.
I fit it in,
Because-
did the thing.
We got a comment about it as well.
Yeah, we did. Not a good one,
No,
but
no.
we got
We
a
got a
comment
comment,
about
yeah.
it.
You know, any engagement's great engagement.
Yeah,
We'll take
yeah.
it.
I thought it was because we punch in there. It's two shots, and it kind of hides the transition. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he flicks away your mince pies, but you're still holding one, and you're like,
Like, oh, then he
And
comes
then-
back and he like flick. Oh, that was
oh,
it.
yes.
Yeah, he tips the plate, but I had one, so I'm like, oh well. And then he comes back in and he's just like
Yeah.
flicks it away.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Great.
oh.
Oh, the first
Yeah.
time we saw Shannon's acting skills,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of my first sort of core memories
Yeah,
of Tom Morrison.
that's great. I remember, so me and Lindsay used to do a workout every Monday. I mean, you guys heard in Lindsay's podcast that we started that after she had Felix. She wanted to get a bit of strength, a bit of fitness back,
Yeah.
but nothing kind of serious or anything. And me and Lindsay would often just, you know, we've known each other over 10 years. We'd do a bit of working out, and sometimes we'd just do silly challenges or whatever we wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was very loose. And then Shannon, by the way, actually, just as a quick aside, Shannon has a major personality trait, in which she doesn't like to miss out on anything
I
at all.
don't know what you're talking about.
If something is happening, Shannon will
is
be
the
there.
personification of FOMO.
Yeah. So I think we must have invited you, but we told you about these workouts, and you just did not want to miss it
No,
because something was happening.
I need to be involved.
Yeah,
Like,
something was happening, and Shannon wanted to
What
be
if there's
there.
an inside joke that then I don't get?
then I don't get it. I'm left out. Then my brain goes crazy, and I just have to be there.
So Shannon started coming to our Monday workouts, and Lindsay was like, oh, we're going to have to actually do proper workouts now. And it was really, really great. And I think that really as well helped you. What helped us get to know you get to know us.
Yeah.
Like, I think working out together is a
Working out
really
is
nice.
such a
Definitely.
hack for
Nice
getting
Yeah.
way
people.
to get
Like I
to
was
know
so nervous
people.
about it because I was like, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't really train
Never-
apart from
never-
horse riding.
Horse riding, like I've done so many sports over my life:
Yeah.
gymnastics, horse riding, trampolining, swimming, Irish dancing, like a
dancing.
lot of it. And then from working at the farm, like I was strong,
Yes,
but not
oh,
in
she
like
was.
a proper technical way. You know, it was just
Frustratingly
a
strong.
throw that sheep over your shoulder or wrangle it, or or here's a bag of meal on each shoulder up the
Yeah.
I could lift and shift stuff.
I got country girl strength.
I do.
There you go.
But yeah, not in the right technique kind of a way. You get that on your shoulder, whatever way you need to get that on your shoulder.
Yeah, totally.
for
And you
sure.
hobble up the yard in whatever way you need to do it. So yeah, I was like I know I'm kind of strong, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, but these guys, like, they know what they're doing, and it's proper. And but yeah, when I got there, I was just like, oh no, this is
Yeah,
good fun.
that's
But then
good.
the other side of me, where it's just like
The competitive side? Oh, yeah.
just keep going. Just
Yeah.
you have to keep up.
I-
Whenever they lift, you
I
lift.
have been doing high intensity workouts probably for like 15 years. Lindsay had been training with me for like at least a year, if not a little longer. And Shannon wanted to keep up with us. Could not be left behind. And she
FOMO
did.
all over again.
Unfortunately, she kept up with us, and we were so pissed off because it was like, Shannon, we have been doing this for ages. Slow down, would you?
They're like, no, I can't breathe, but that's fine.
Yeah. The occasional mini heart attack.
Yeah, I think my heart's gonna give out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I do need to sit down. Like, yeah, if we're breaking in between, and those two are just sort of like, and I'm like sitting on the little step in your living room, sitting there like 187. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's a normal heart rate. No,
That was good.
That was really good fun. I'm glad you joined us for that. Now we wouldn't have it any other way.
I know, it's just Mondays.
Yeah.
And now, I
Crazy
can't take
Mondays.
like a full week off on annual leave
You
because
can't miss a Monday.
but I'll miss
Yeah.
Mondays.
Yeah.
I can't miss Mondays. Like, I'll just come for the work.
I'll just zoom in. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just stay for an hour or two and do a bit of work. I'll just stay for lunch and up here. So I'll just work Monday.
What a successful day off, Shannon. Just
Classic Shannon. Making our days look better.
yeah, look better, feel better, making us drinks, reminding us about lunch, getting us cakes. It's the most important
Important stuff, guys.
important
How
aspect.
did you live without me before?
I honestly
I
don't
wonder,
know.
yeah.
I'm really not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
apart from that time we wanted cream eggs.
Yeah. The one time we wanted
You
cream
talk to Luke
eggs.
about that,
Yeah.
Chancer. I thought they were for me.
Why? In the work bag. Why?
Yeah, in the
Really?
work bag with the work stuff. You just took them out, put them in your own cupboard. These are mine now.
We gave you so
Yeah.
much grief about it. We've had cream eggs ever since.
Yeah.
Then you kept them for yourself. I'm like, I don't even like them. They're icky.
But if you want to spend more time with Shannon, you can buy our past mobility
Oh, yeah.
resets because Shannon has joined us on our
Yes.
last two.
Yep.
Two. Yep, 2 mobility resets. You can do some Shannon workouts.
Oh, bless you.
Find out that you're not basketball players.
Definitely.
Don't
not
have to be a
basketball
basketball player. Everything's fine.
You can find out you need to be properly spaced from somebody else if you're doing hip cars.
Yeah.
Facing different yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't. That's fine.
Deep eye contact. Ooh. Hello there.
We turned around, it's like, I'm just going to end up kicking you.
Is it face to face or
Butt
butt
to face.
butt to face? Didn't even
Heel to
think of
crotch.
that. Yeah. Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, great coach, great employee, great cake maker.
Oh yeah, I make the
Cake
cakes.
buyer.
That's definitely
Yeah.
what happens. Mm-hmm.
That's why they're so good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hope you enjoyed meeting Shannon officially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.